As we all know, the Master Chief Collection is, well, very buggy, and, well, it's basically a mess. But despite all that, there are actually 5 useful bugs on Master Chief Collection that are actually pretty great. And so we're going to show those to you guys today. And the first one, with number 5, is how to unlock and equip any emblem you want, whether you've actually have it unlocked or not. So, let me show you my emblems first, just to prove to you that this still works. So here are all my emblems. I actually do have a lot unlocked already, but fortunately for the sake of this video, I happen to have just a few that are still not locked yet. Not unlocked yet. So we're just gonna pick one, I guess like this one. Or, it doesn't really matter. You can pick whichever one you want, as long as it's locked. If it's already unlocked for you, then you don't need to do this. But if something is locked and you really want it, and the requirements are either too difficult for you, or you just don't have time to do it, then this will be really useful for you. So what you want to do is just keep your things highlighted over it, and then have a friend invite you to a game, and then you just join their game like I am right now. You didn't see the invite because I'm recording the game DVR, so that doesn't pop up, but then an invite did pop up there and I accepted it, and now I am joining. And sometimes it might take a little bit to join because this is MCC. If it fails to join, then just make sure you join again. But basically, I should point out that I know there's been like other videos in the past of unlocking nameplates and stuff and avatars. As far as I know, and as far as I've tested with this only works on emblems. It does not work on nameplates anymore. But anyways, as you can see, once I joined my friend's game, it worked. The emblem that was locked is now equipped on my profile. But if you go back, it says it's still locked actually. But, it's still equipped anyways. So basically what this does is it lets you equip any locked emblems, either the foreground or the backgrounds. So it's kind of a way to cheat a little bit if you want to save time and just get that emblem that you really want. So this is definitely one of the more useful ones. Now then, as I said, it does not work with nameplates anymore. There used to be like a similar method for nameplates, but that does not. That was patched a while ago. Yes, 343 actually does patch Halo MCC once in a while, but they haven't patched it for a long time, so this will probably never get fixed. So for number 4, this is only on a Halo 2 anniversary, but basically, elites that normally dual wield, be it allies or enemies, like this one over here on this mission, they always dual wield. Back in the original Halo 2, and I don't mean just classic mode on MCC. I mean like actual original Halo 2. They don't dual wield anymore. And here in this cutscene, the blur cutscene too, and even in the classic mode cutscene, you can see that the elite is dual wielding. However, once the game resumes, they will not be dual wielding anymore. They'll just be holding a single plasma rifle. As you can see right here, neither elite is dual wielding. Now, at first, I thought this might have been like some kind of conspiracy from 343 to try to get rid of dual wielding and even go back to the old Halo games and try to make people forget about dual wielding. But I think it's actually just a bug, and a lot of people have also agreed that it's most likely just a bug and not some kind of evil conspiracy from 343 to kind of erase dual wielding from Halo history. But yeah, I'm just gonna say it's a bug because that seems to be the more likely. Because in all the blur cutscenes, and even the classic mode cutscenes, the elites, they still dual wield in the cutscenes, as you can see here. But even like for boss fights, like the really important boss fights, like the Heretic Leader, even him, when the cutscene ends and switches to gameplay, despite the cutscene showing him dual wielding, be it classic or anniversary, in the gameplay, the Heretic Leader and even his hologram clones are all just wielding a single plasma rifle. Now, how is this useful, you might ask? Well, it's actually very useful, especially if you're playing a legendary. It makes the game a lot easier. It actually literally makes the game 50% easier, because your enemies literally have 50% less firepower against you. Now, granted, that also means your allies have 50% less firepower, but let's face it, we don't really rely on our allies in Halo that much. So, and like on this boss fight, we don't have allies anyways. So it really helps when your enemies have 50% less firepower. Because otherwise, a legendary, you pretty much die like instantly if you get hit by like 2 plasma rifles. Now, for number 3, and this is on Halo 3 Forge. So, back in the day, we all remember if we drive out into the minefield on Sandtrap or some other certain maps, the Guardians would actually try to kill us. In fact, on Halo 3, the Guardians are like these Easter eggs, these Da Vinci Code Easter eggs hidden at the tower, and they fired a faint orange beam at you, which sets off the mines in the minefield. And it keeps going until you die or get out of the minefield. Now, on the Master Chief Collection version of Halo 3, in Forge only, if we fly onto the minefield, nothing happens. No orange beams shoot at you, and no mines come out of the minefield. You're pretty much free to walk around and explore as you please. Basically, no matter what you do, the Guardians will never attack you out here. And this holds true for all the maps in Halo 3 on the Master Chief Collection that have Guardians that actually like attack you. And I don't mean like, death barriers where like if you step out of the map it still says killed by the Guardians. I mean like actual Guardians, like the Easter eggs on Sandtrap, or the turrets on Sandtrap here, or once again the Easter eggs on Sandbox, which we'll get to after this. But basically, no matter what, if you step out, they will never attack you. And at first I thought this was a feature from 343 to make Forge easier for you. And then there's also some theories that the Guardians were removed because, like, in Halo 5, Cortana called all the AI in the galaxy to like join her, so the Guardian AIs aren't here anymore to attack you. But no, it's also just I did some digging, and it's really just a bug on a Master Chief Collection. But it's a very useful bug because it makes forging a lot easier, especially when it builds up outside the map. And also on Sandbox in particular, if you want to get that skull for the achievement, then it makes it so much easier. Because in the past, you need to use teleporters or bubble shields and other structures to get out to get the skull. But now you can just walk out and grab it, making this a whole lot easier thanks to this bug. Now for number 2, this is once again on Halo 3. And this is the deployable cover launch and the deployable cover clip as well. So, basically what this does is this glitch takes advantage of the frame rate on Halo 3, the increased frame rate, which is 60 FPS. What you do is you just jump up, and then once you're mid-air, you want to toss a deployable cover underneath you. And right before you hit the ground, you basically want to crouch into the deployable cover before it opens up, and then slowly walk forward. And if you time it just right and do it correctly, and this is very difficult, I might add, but if you do it correctly, you will pretty much get shot forward at a super fast speed. And if you do like right in front of a wall or a door, it'll basically let you clip through almost any wall or door, no matter how solid it is. And we actually used this a long time ago to get to the secret assault rifle on the Storm, which was once believed to be a Scarab gun in Halo 3. But we have since debunked that, and this is kind of a recap of that video. But this is such a hard glitch that I could not reproduce it myself. So, just a little replay here, showing how the glitch works. It is very useful for speed running, or for glitching if you want to do that too. But in the case of speed running, you don't have to like do it in front of a wall or anything. You can just use it to launch yourself across the map. And it basically lets you cover distances much faster than you could with any vehicle or anything like that. Or it could also use it to clip through doors possibly and skip certain loading points. and basically it'll save you a lot of time. It's just great for speedrunning overall, thanks to the frame rate of Halo 3 and MCC. Now, number 1, this is my personal favorite and what I personally find to be the most useful on Halo MCC. Maybe a little biased because it's like one of my favorite things that I found on the Master Chief Collection. But let's get on with it. So as we all know, if you have a theater mode clip you want to show your friends on the Master Chief Collection, you can't. Simple as that. If you have people in your lobby, you can't set up a film clip. And this has actually been true since Halo Reach. You could not do multiplayer theater mode anymore. But thanks to this little bug in Master Chief Collection with the UI or the menu system, all we have to do is just once people leave your game, just start up the film clip, but cancel it once you hit 1, and then back out, and then go to any other game type. Let's say Forge here. You could also do campaign. You could even do matchmaking. I don't recommend you do it in matchmaking because it will pull you out of matchmaking, and I think it counts as a loss too, and a quit. But once you have a game type, it doesn't matter what it is, just invite your friend back. And you can invite up to 4 people too for this. But we're just going to do it with 1 person today. Once they join, all you got to do is just simply start it up. And just wait for it to load. Once it loads, you will actually be in theater mode. Now, this only works for Halo 3. Yes, Halo 2 and Halo 2 Anniversary and Halo 4 also have theater modes, but it won't work because their original theater modes never supported multiplayer. Like I said, ever since Halo Reach, you haven't been able to do multiplayer theater mode. This does work with ODST though, because that uses the Halo 3 engine. But for Halo 4 and Halo 2 Anniversary, this will not work. Alright, so here we go. We were just loading up Forge on Orbital, but we are now in a campaign theater mode clip. As you can see very clearly, you still have your film controls, and other players in the game will be able to see what you are seeing. Basically just like, theater mode on Halo 3 back in the day. Back when you could actually watch clips together. Since you can't share film clips on your file share on the Master Chief Collection, this is probably, other than the game DVR, this is probably the best way to share film clips with friends on the Master Chief Collection. And a little side effect is that your theater mode controls, when you press pause, it actually inherits the controls for the actual game type you're in. So like in Forge, I actually have the option to save or start a new round. Starting a new round doesn't do anything, but clicking save as and then actually, doing all that will crash your game. But yeah, so that's basically it. And like I said, this only works with Halo 3 and ODST. Technically, you could do this by yourself on Halo 2 Anniversary and Halo 4. And you could, launch campaign and end up in theater mode as well. But you can't do it with other people. It will just crash if you try. Actually, an interesting thing to point out is that this particular glitch is actually very similar to the glitch that is used to do custom games. Warzone and custom games in Halo 5. It's kind of similar. It takes advantage of a UI glitch, but that's about it. Anyways, I hope you guys found this to be very enjoyable and all these glitches to be useful. Despite all the bugs on Master Chief Collection, there are a few good ones out there. So, leave a like if you enjoyed it, and leave your thoughts in the comments, or if there's any other useful bugs that you know of that you wish to share. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our channel, because we've got a lot of other cool videos coming out soon. And we will see you guys next time.